All right, welcome back to Into the Infinityverse, where I kind of give a peek behind the curtain for certain aspects of the Infinityverse, the shared fan fiction universe that me and my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 work on together. And I'm going to do about two videos today. The first being, as you can see right here, Danny Phantom. I'm going to talk about like the aspects of Danny Phantom and where not just him, but where the other characters lie in this universe. So yeah. Also, minor update. Jason and I are Jason's very close to finishing something apparently. So be on the lookout for that. Again, the reason why we're so slow at it because we have lives and we're not getting paid for fan fiction. Anyway, getting back on topic. So let's talk about where Danny is first in the Infinityverse. Well, in here, let's talk about the timeline first. It is present day, but we basically had it that back in 2013 there was a boom of metahumans, and Danny was among them at the age of 14, and now he's it's 2025 ish, and he's now in his late 20s. That's the thing with I don't think we made kind of clear with a lot of the characters is that many of the leaders of the Infinityverse, like Kim, Shizao, America, Jake Long, Ninja is about 17, 18. He's the youngest of the group, but a lot of them were part of the original young superhero boom, and they've gotten older. And Danny was among one of the first of this new generation of superheroes. There were other superheroes like the 50s and 60s was basically the era of the Hanna-Barbera superheroes like Space Ghost and all that. But yeah, so Danny is old. He's not only a member of the Infinity League, which is the superhero team that protects the what is known as Earth Prime, the main Earth of the Infinityverse. But Danny is also, he's again a leader, he's older, and this is after Phantom Planet. He is known as one of the greatest superheroes of the planet, and he's basically been leading the Infinity League. And even though he was kind of I don't know if I want to be a leader, but here I am. He does butt heads with Kim Possible, and yes, the whole thing with Kim was that the two did not get along, and it was more or less to put the groundwork for future storylines, which I'm sure you can guess what they were. But they currently, as of right now, have buried the hatchet and are dealing with the Dark Phoenix. Now, Danny has kept, like I said, this is after Phantom Planet, so his family knows, Sam and Tucker know his identity, but he has kept his identity secret from the rest of the league because that is a rule where you can choose to reveal your identity or not. And Danny has found it easier rather than tell he's like, yeah, I could, but it's far easier to keep my superhero life and my family life separate. But there has been some major changes with Danny's life as of late, which we will get into in a little bit. As it stands, Danny right now is no longer with Sam in this continuity. There's someone else in his in this canon that he's kind of gravitating towards. And if you've read the Infinityverse up until this point, I'll just say right here, we're putting him with Jenny, aka XJ9. Danny and Jenny are kind of starting to be a thing in this universe. But don't worry, we have stuff for Sam, and we have stuff for the other characters. But yeah, so him and Jenny are eventually going to get together. That will be kind of a build-up for the two of them, so be on the lookout for that. On top of that, Danny also has showcase he's incredibly powerful. He's classified as one of the most powerful beings on Earth. He is he's like I said, one of the most powerful beings on Earth, and I don't think we've showcased that well enough because, like I've said in few videos, the idea of Danny Phantom and how powerful he can become is kind of terrifying. So I wouldn't say he's the Superman of this universe, but he's definitely a core superhero of this continuity. Now, in regards to his family, they're still ghost hunters. They still support their son and all that. And on top of that, Jazz, his sister, is actually is actually a staff member of the Infinity League. Not a official, like she's going out there and fighting, but she's actually in charge of this group, of this therapy area called Sanctuary. And yes, it is based off of the Heroes in Crisis thing, building from Heroes in Crisis. Sorry, I have a headache and I'm trying to like form words. So yeah, she's in charge of Sanctuary, and she's the League's top therapist. She basically makes sure. I'll talk about it more in the Sanctuary video, but yeah, she basically is the League's sit-in therapist and takes care of the mental health and well-being of the other superheroes. As for other characters, let's talk about them real fast. Dani Phantom, Dani with an I, Dani's clone sister, she's not a member of the League. She's actually like, we do want to tell a story of like, she was offered a chance to go to join the League, but has not. So we'll talk about that in a future story and what she's been up to. But yeah, she didn't really she's not a member of the Infinity League, even though she was offered a spot. But we'll get into that later. We'll get into that in a future story. For others, there's Valerie Gray. Valerie is our Blade. Valerie is our continuity's Blade. She is basically a not just vampire hunter, but a monster hunter. As I said in my video of in the vampires of the Infinityverse, she has taken on the identity. She's taken on the role of the Night Stalker, which did belong to Carl Kolchak, and the two have a Terry and Bruce relationship. And she was turned into a vampire by David Powers from Lost Boys. So there's a lot going on there. Valerie still uses her high-tech suit, but now has vampiric powers that she's trying to keep under control. There's also the matter of Sam herself. What's Sam been up to since the two kind of split ways? Sam is now our resident Swamp Thing, in a way. She has been chosen by the Green to take on Undergrowth's spot, which in this continuity, the Green did have Undergrowth as their champion, but he's gone insane. So they decided, you know what, we can't deal with Undergrowth anymore. Sam showed, when Undergrowth took her under her control, the Green saw what Sam was capable of and what she could be. So they were like, hey, we want to make you part of the Green. And Sam accepted in order to stop Undergrowth. And now lives in the Louisiana Bayou. She's now the protector of plant life of all across the world. And actually, not only did she take apart Undergrowth, but is now re-raising a childlike version of Undergrowth as her adopted son. The two are she's basically trying to, because she sees I saw your message and what mankind did to you, but I'm going to try to help you. So now she's being she's being a kind of foster mother to Undergrowth, and Sam, she's going to have stories later on. As for others, where's Dash been? What's Paulina up to? What's Tucker up to? Tucker's still mayor of Amity Park, and we do have an idea for Dash. It's always been known that Dash has been he's clearly inspired by Flash Thompson, and you might notice that Dash might go the same route as Flash Thompson in more ways than one. I'm not going to say any further on that, but do keep that in mind. Now, where has Vlad been? Vlad, after Phantom Planet, we saw he got exiled into space, and now he's on Atmos, the home of the Stormhawks. He was found by Master Cyclonus and now works as their advisor and teaches them all about he basically tells them all about what's out there. And he does want to take over the Cyclonian Empire, but Master Cyclonus is not a fucking idiot. She knows he can't be trusted. So she needs to know what he knows about, because they always thought they were the only planet with life on it. And they can't even get out of the stratosphere. Remember that with that show. But now, with Vlad's help, they could probably expand the Empire, maybe. Anyway, So that's what Vlad's been up to. As for like other characters, a lot of the other ones have just been kind of going about their own lives. Of course, Danny still has a lot of rogues gallery, and the Ghost Zone. I don't think I went into too deep of a detail on this, but the Ghost Zone is our continuity's purgatory. That's what it really is. Is the Ghost Zone is purgatory. It's the gateway between heaven and hell. As I said, there's only one heaven, one hell in the Infinityverse that connects all the multiverse. The same goes with the Ghost Zone. It applies the same way there. So that's all I can really give right now for what's going on Danny's end. But yeah, just stay tuned because it's going to get bigger. That side of the Infinityverse is going to get bigger. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.